Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Councillor Lenny. A number of questions from me. I do apologise. Page 97, obviously, by report is please. Some of you may not be aware that over the last week and a half, some of the development work has attracted attention, not positive, I will add, about lighting being put in the ground, chairs which I can only describe as suitable for skaters or skateboarders, certainly not for the ageing population we have in Llanelli. It's highlighted the fact that there's been no consultation with the people of Llanelli or the neighbouring councillors in relation to what is going on in the town centre, a vital part of where we're involved. Money, whilst it has come from Level Up Fund, as Councillor Lenny rightly said, £2.5 million has come from council reserves. We have been debating an increase of 9.75%. When the residents of Llanelli see what is occurring in the town centre, I've yet to speak to one that has seen it to be positive in relation to the work directly outside Boots. And I would welcome Cabinet members and other members of the committee, if need be, to walk around Llanelli town and ask the people what they think. I think they would be surprised by the makeup of the task force involved. Now, my previous involvement in task force was people who knew what they were doing and had an understanding of the area in which they were working. When I look at the makeup of the task force, I'm extremely surprised to find that DDAS is part of it. Now, many people in Llanelli feel that DDAS has been part of the problems that Llanelli has. I agree with Councillor Lenny that Trostra has been part of it, but also DDAS and the impact that their their clients have in the town centre and have detracted people away from going towards the town. So I'd like to know the decisions that are made, the makeup of that task force, and future going forward in the task force, the engagement that they have with the public, the consultation. Nobody knew what was going on until it has happened, and miraculously the chairs disappeared the following day, and one of the lighting strips has already got a burn mark on it. Now, whether that is because of criminal damage or the type of material that was used, I really don't know. But we need to have transparency on this, and in fact the cost of works to date would be interesting to know, and the effect that it's had on the budget that has been given of the 18 million. 18 million will quickly go to try and bring up Llanelli to where it needs to be, and I would welcome an answer to that if possible. And then I think finally from me today,
the second one was around Llanelli Town Centre. This was a project that is linked to the Levelling Up. The funding is coming from the Levelling Up money. It is part of the bigger grant that actually we're talking about, which hasn't been confirmed in terms of the overall scheme around the old Woolworth store and that sort of area. My understanding is that there has been significant consultation taken place. The public consultation desire was that the whole town centre was brightened up, cleaned up, and new benches were placed in the town centre. That's what this scheme has tried to do. I acknowledge that there has been sort of challenges or comments about the lighting and the strip of lighting. That is part of the wider project with Cowell Street, and I think the work around Spring Gardens is not yet completed with it. They're actually changing that. Around Cowell Street, it was about redesigning it for a more structured approach around parking and drop-off and etc. Spring Gardens is around resurfacing, and then the town centre was around brightening up the area, cleaning it up. Some of the benches, I understand the objective behind the benches is that they can clean underneath the benches without any problem, whereas if they go straight to the floor without the structure that they've got, that wouldn't happen. So there's been a purpose behind it. There has been significant public consultation. The town centre task force and forums have actually been briefed on this and had that information. I know Steve went into quite a bit of detail there, and I suggest that actually to go through in more depth around that in terms of the whole process. It's probably a conversation directly with the department and the officers who have been operating there, but certainly it was a response of the request of clearing up and brightening up the town centre, and it through public consultations, town councils and the town centre task force have been engaged through the process, and it was as an original consultation request, and it does go back to, I believe, the originals started during COVID or around about that time, but there was a lot of discussion around about 2020, 2023 around that area. I think the third point